Hi everyone, and welcome back to another plan with me. So again, I'm testing out this new method of filming. I decided this week to do a plan with me with this kit from Crust Press. I think it was called Beautiful Butterflies. It was something butterflies. Beautiful Butterfly Gardens, sorry. Excuse me. It's a very pretty kit. I've had it for a while. And I'm pairing it with some gold foil from Scribble Co. and some gold Bougie boxes from Crust Press as well. So I'm just starting off with the date covers. And Crust Press, actually I had pulled gold date dots, but Crust Press, I forgot, does have the kind of colorful date dots to put with that come included in their kit to put on your spread. So I'm just labeling those now. And I'm taking that bottom washi and putting a little bit of it on the top. And then I'm going to save the rest for the bottom, like I normally do. So just put it in that back there so I can save it. And just trimming so that everything lines up correctly. I really love this bottom washi. Like, the pattern is very beautiful. It kind of is like a mosaic type pattern. And I did decide to put this gold bow washi overlay by Scribble Co. on top of it. I think it actually looks really neat. I thought it might be a little bit too busy, but I actually really like how it turned out. So I'm just doing the same thing. I'm doing those date covers and getting that set to go on the other side. And I love the colors in this kit. It's just very beautiful. I love the contrast of the pastels with those kind of green colors. They're definitely colors that I wouldn't think would be paired together or may go nicely together, but in this kit they really play well off each other. So I'm just, I had trouble with that date dot. It took me forever to kind of get off. It was sticking on me, and so I'm putting that on there like I did on the other side, trimming it, which I kind of had difficulty with. You'll see in a minute. Yeah, it kind of ripped a little bit. And just trimming that again so it lines up. And then I am putting that overlay on the other side. It wasn't straight, so I'm just correcting that. And I'm just trimming. I noticed that it just wasn't trimmed correctly when I did it with the X-Acto knife, and just trimming that side washi so everything lines up, throwing that out. I like to keep my space really neat when I plan so that it doesn't seem like everything's everywhere, even though it kind of is. And for this week I did decide to do all one color in a row versus kind of varying the colors in the row. So I started off with this pretty purple color, kind of a lilac-y color, and putting those down. And then I'm just doing the foil overlays. Again, that's gold. I think she calls it confetti overlay by Scribble Co. And just putting those down on top of that lilac color. I really love, when we get to it I'll show you, but it looks really good with that dark green color when we get to that. So just choosing my boxes. Of course, I always do that double box on the weekend without fail. I'm very predictable. I always put my boxes in the same area, and I am just putting some overlays, again gold Scribble Co. overlays on that double box scene. Then I'm coming over to the other side. I'm selecting the Fashion Girl for that Monday. And I selected the brown haired girl because there was, I think, brown, blonde, and maybe black. And this one was closest to my hair color. Again, I don't have long hair and I have reddish brown hair, but it was the closest match to me. And then I'm just putting down those gold Bougie boxes from Cress Press. And I really sucked at putting this one down. I kind of struggled with it. I love that double box scene. That pool scene is just, I love it. Totally crooked on that washi, or on the whiteout, I mean. But now I'm just putting that dark green down. I love that dark green. I'm not normally a green person, but I just love the contrast of these colors. Like the dark and the pastel kind of contrast looked really very pretty. And of course the gold with the green just looked great. So I'm just putting down those gold overlays for the glitter headers again. Again, it's so much easier when I do it as I go. I don't know how I planned putting everything down and then putting all the foil overlays. I just think it's so much easier to do it as I go now. So I think I'm just selecting some boxes. Yeah, so I selected that no cell phone zone one for that, and then I'm putting a Scribble Prints Co. overlay on that. Then I'm getting the Bougie boxes, and I'm having difficulty with them. And I definitely had difficulty putting this one down. It kept like bending on me and it just wouldn't go straight. At one point I ripped it. Yeah. The good thing about Bougie boxes is they're quite forgiving if you rip them, because you're just sticking them on the page. I feel like you can't really notice it once it's on the page. I picked that sign box and I put a overlay on that. And then again, I'm just getting that Bougie and putting that in there. So I'm finishing that row. Then I'm going to the next row of glitter headers. And I think I selected the coral. Yep, the coral. And just putting those down. Trying to put them as straight as possible. Those are definitely my three favorite colors in this kit. I'm not a huge like lime green person, so I could have done without the lime green, but I did include the lime green glitter headers. So I have the overlays on that. Again, just whiting out that line. Next year I'm going to pick a planner that doesn't have such wide lines. So that way I don't really have to worry too much about doing the whiteout on it. Okay, so I'm picking that flat lay with the bikini and the sandals and the sunglasses. I wish I could look good in that bikini. That is a very small bikini. It's like one of those thong bikinis almost, I think. Just, you have to be like a size -0 to look good in that. Oh, and I gripped the little corner, so I put that on. And again, I bended those Bougie boxes, so I'm just correcting that. What can you do? Okay, so I finished that side. I'm picking the last box there. I decided to do this box with the bag. Guess that's like a pool bag. I guess it has like flowers in it too or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to get that down. I did much better on that one. And I'm going in with the last row of the glitter headers in that kind of lime green color. And somehow here my boxes got a little misaligned, so I'm just fixing that so that my glitter headers are aligned and everything's kind of even. And I'm adding it to the other side as well, obviously. I'm very much a perfectionist when it comes to putting these down. I like to have my lines be even. So now I'm just putting the last of the glitter headers on to finish up those glitter headers and glitter header overlays. So I do like that this one also came with the glitter headers on a separate sheet as well, same as did last week's. And that's an older format by Scribble Prints Co, but it's kind of a little bit easier to work with. Yeah, I'm trying to decide on a washi. So I thought I was going to use that green, but then I changed my mind because I wanted to find something with gold. So I decided to do that kind of peach color. I thought it went really well with the coral. Not quite the same. It's not coral, but it's similar, and I still thought it went well with the tones of the kit. And it had gold bows, so I thought it looked better. So just putting that on, and then I'm gonna put that extra, whoop, it like stuck there, so I kind of trimmed it a little bit. And somehow that definitely cut very uneven when I cut it before, so I'm just kind of trimming it at the bottom there so that it's even on the bottom, and you kind of have an even amount of white space down there. And of course things got a little stuck when I was trying to take that off. And I'm just putting that confetti glitter header, or not glitter header, washi overlay on there. I did learn from my mistake last week, and I waited to trim that side washi until I had the overlay, the washi overlay on there. I also wasted a little bit of this washi. I don't know why I pulled it out so far, but I did, and then I wasted a little bit of it. Okay, and I decided to line it up right on the end there so that I could trim it a little bit, because again it was a little uneven. And there's my wonderful head in the frame. Happens occasionally when I'm being too detail oriented. I'm trying to get too close to my spread, and then my head gets in the way. So now I'm just trimming off that side. And of course it's stuck. Again, I need to get a new X-Acto knife blade. It's like a high priority. And I'm just throwing that extra stuff out. Okay, so that is the base, and then I was going to do the weekend banner. I had pulled those gold overlays from Scribble Co. There was 2 on some of the wiggles that I was using, and then I had an extra one, so I could put it on all 4 of them this week, where last week I just put those gold overlays on 2 of the 4 flags for the weekend banner. I really like how this weekend banner came out really nice at the end. You'll see when I add some of the deco and things, it came out really, really nice. Okay, so I'm just looking for the work labels because I'm putting those on. Something that Crest Press also has in their kits, which is a little bit unique, and I haven't seen it in another kit, but they have class labels as well. So they have work and class labels. They also include a flight tracker in every single kit, which I think is kind of wasteful. Just because, I mean, people don't go on trips every week, so I don't know why you would include that in a kit every week, but I do think that the class labels are really neat. Although I do think you only get 5. But I guess if you're taking like university classes, you don't have more than 5 classes typically in a semester, so that would work for like a weekly class tracker. So I'm working on the sidebar. So Crest Press kits didn't have any of those little kind of thin strips. They're not glitter headers, but they're I put a overlay on there that says stay focused and extra sparkly. I thought that was cool. And I didn't have another kit that I planned to use that with, so I decided to put that on there. This one I don't really love the label. I wish the label just said dinner, but it says dinner plans, so I wish it just said dinner like the other kits, but oh well. You can't get it all in one kit, so I'm putting another box down there. That's kind of like a little parfait thing. It's like a yogurt parfait or something. And I used that framing box from Scribble Co. Pretty sure the overlay was from Scribble Co. as well, the stay focused and stay sparkly. Or stay focused and extra sparkly, that's what it says. Sorry. And then I put the to clean and a checklist on there. And that was the end of my sidebar. And then I just had pulled the deco, and I was just adding some of the deco in. Oh yeah, for some reason I forgot about the deco, and then I started and I put it in on the planner to show you the whole thing on my planner, but then I remembered about the deco. So instead of taking it back off, I just put the deco on with it in my planner instead of not in my planner. So, which worked out totally fine. So I'm just putting some of the deco down. There's some really pretty deco in this kit. That's like the little bikini. I had a hard time figuring out where to put the bottom for that bikini. I love those sandals. I really want those sandals. Oh, my head's in the shot again. It's like a butterfly, and that was another different type of maybe butterfly or dragonfly. And so just a bunch of deco being laid down. There was a lot of deco in this kit. Again, I kind of trimmed this like I did last week. So I didn't want it to cover the box. That is a leaf, but to me at first it looked like a jalapeno. It's not a jalapeno. It's like a different type of leaf. It's in some of the boxes too, like that type of leaf, but I'm not sure what type of plant that is. But at first I thought it was a jalapeno, and then I looked at it closer. I was like, no, it's definitely not a jalapeno, because it's like, how does a jalapeno have anything to do with butterfly gardens? So I'm just putting a lot of deco in. There was a lot of deco in this kit because a lot of them were small, so there's just a lot of deco going on. And I wanted to use it all, but I had to find places for everything. That was a little bit difficult at times. And so there we are. I finished with the deco. I, for some reason, zoomed you out more so that you could see everything. And I really like the way this came out. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel for the day-by-day plan with me. So for Monday, I am just putting down some initial boxes, looking at my schedule. So today, this week so far has definitely been less hectic than some of the previous weeks. For sure, with my job, we're kind of getting into the normal groove of things, so it's definitely been a much needed break for me to just be able to kind of get back into my normal day-to-day schedule and not have to be obsessed with moving. We are still moving in a couple of more people into our housing complex, but for the most part, we are pretty much done with our move-in process, other than a handful of people who are kind of late arrivals for the process. So I am just finding some character stickers. So I marked that I had my resident assistant staff meeting that night with my student staff. I marked that with a Monsterz Co meeting sticker. Then I marked that I had a s'mores program before that, and I'm marking that with a Monsterz Co s'mores emoji. That's the first time I got to use that sticker sheet. And I'm writing in that I had a one-on-one meeting with one of my staff members. And for my one-on-one meetings, I always use these kind of bubble stickers by the Monsterz Co. So you'll see that a lot in this plan with me, kind of as we get back into the groove of meetings. I supervise 6 different student staff members directly, so I have 6 meetings throughout the week with each one of them, just to kind of touch base on how things are doing. So you'll see those in my upcoming plan with me's for sure. Then, I put that I made a Starbucks run that morning. And I also put that I ran some errands. I had to go to Walmart to shop for the s'mores program that we were having later on in that day. So I'm just finding the Walmart. And I think that's from, the Monsterz Co. Those little Walmart shopping sticker sheet. And then from Once More with Love, I just indicated that little iced coffee. I got a caramel macchiato. That's my favorite Starbucks drink. And then I marked down how long I worked for that day, and then I'm putting in my meals. And I was forgetting what I ate on Tuesday, and that's a night that I actually ate a huge lunch, and so I didn't have dinner that night. So, and for the ramen night, I actually make my own ramen. They have this, it's like a rice-based ramen noodle that I buy from Sprouts, and you can also buy this kind of jar of, it's not the bouillon cubes, but it's like a different base. It's like a paste, and you can add it when you're making ramen, and they make it in, I think, beef, chicken, or vegetable, and I used the vegetable that night. So I've been getting into making my own ramen. Every once in a while I get kind of hungry for it, so definitely not the like powdered version of ramen for sure. I'm a little too old for that. So I'm laying down my stickers here and putting in. Tuesday was just a bunch of random meetings, and I was so tired. I'm still like, this whole week I've been so tired just from like the past couple of weeks with work being so hectic. I feel like my body's just trying to catch up on, sleep. So I put that I went to bed early that night as well. I've been just getting home from work and just falling asleep like the instant I get home. And so anyway, I had a one-on-one with one of my staff members. Again, I'm marking that with a Coffee Monsterz Co. bubble kind of talk emoji. And then I had a one-on-one with my graduate student that I supervise, and I put a Sakura Mochi Design Co. It's an overworked sticker, but it has a lot of papers, and we had to fill out this really lengthy agreement as we're starting newly working together. So that took about 2 hours to complete. I put that I got takeout for lunch from one of the on-campus dining halls. And then I put that I had a professional staff meeting, and both of those two were Coffee Monsterz Co. emojis. And then I went to bed early, and I used a Once More with Love from her La Tired sticker sheet. I love that sticker sheet. I have like 3 or 4 of them. I've gotten a bunch of them in Oops bags, actually. Oh, and I also marked that I worked the time that I worked at the top there. So Monday was a much longer day for me, but Tuesday was a normal kind of work day for me, just a 9 to 4:30. And I'm just putting down boxes here, and you'll see that Wednesdays are turning out to be a very busy day for me just because I have a lot of meetings that day. So I'm trying to kind of fit in all of the sticker boxes that I need, and I had to kind of readjust a little bit. So, and then I ended up having to readjust later on because I put those do you call them appointment label boxes? I don't know. I put them the wrong way, so anyway, I had to switch them around. Yep, see, so both of those I had to kind of switch around so that the little box where I put the character sticker was on the right side. So again, this day is just a lot of meetings, and see, I had to put that the other way again. And I also marked that I went to bed early again that day. I fell asleep at probably 6 or 7 o'clock at night, woke up at 3:30 in the morning, and all my lights were on. Oh. I guess that's fine. So I just noticed that I put one of my meeting emojis that I usually mark for one-on-ones in the fail to claim room check process box, but that's okay because we basically had to go check rooms to see if our students had moved in, and if they hadn't, send a list to some folks in our department so they can follow up. So that's fine because we basically talked to a lot of roommates and things. So, and then I had a one-on-one with one of my staff members. I had lunch with my grad Martin that day. We took carry out from the dining hall on campus and ate in our offices together. And then I had a one-on-one with another one of my staff members, and then kind of 3 back-to-back meetings. And then again, I went to bed early, and for that I used a Glam planner sticker, one of her teenies, basically with the face and the pillow. And then with lunch with Martin, I actually used a coffee date sticker from Once More with Love, but the coffee date sticker also kind of has food in it, so I felt like it was still applicable. And then I am putting down some boxes for Thursday. And for this kind of clip for the video, that's what I planned through just those 4 days. So Thursday was kind of an awful day for me. I finally felt a little bit better by the end of the day, but I did end up taking a sick day that day. It just felt like my head was like a weight, and I don't know if it was just because of like lack of sleep catching up with me with being so busy with work, or if I was starting to come down with something or what, but it was not a good day for me. But anyway, I put there, that's a Scribble Co sticker for marking that I like watched a bunch of YouTube videos. Finally, towards the end of the day, I was feeling okay, so I went ahead and kind of filmed this and did some planning in my other planners as well. I have a social media and a wellness planner. I put that I had the day off that day. Like I said, I took a sick day, and I slept a bunch of the day, basically the whole day, other than I was on my phone a little bit, checking and responding to some emails, just so I could kind of keep up on stuff. And then I took like a bath early, kind of like at around 4-ish, because I got up from sleeping and I felt kind of like, I don't know, when you're sick you kind of feel icky. So I got up and took a bath. I marked my day off with this sick teenie from Glam planner. I love that teenie. It has the little cat on the head. I think it's so funny. And then I used an emoji from Monsterz Co to mark my sleeping. And I used a Shine Sticker Studio bubble bath sticker to mark my bath, because I did take a bubble bath. I feel like taking a bubble bath a bath in general when you're sick just makes you feel better. And then I used a Monsterz Co YouTube binge emoji for marking YouTube, and another Monsterz Co emoji for planning. Hey everyone, so I'm back for the rest of the day by day. So I am just doing Friday through Sunday here, putting down some of the boxes for Friday. I just finished the spread and I really love how it turned out. I do love the colors in this kit, especially like the coral and the darker green. And a lot of the patterns are really, really nice, so I like those. So sorry my lighting is a little bit dark here. Unfortunately, I had to kind of adjust the lighting a little bit. I tried to make it bright, but it was a little bit dark outside because we were actually getting a hurricane at the time. And I actually had to stop the video real quick to take a phone call for the hurricane. So I just put at the top on Friday that I had some admin time in the office, and I marked that with a Monsterz Co emoji, kind of on the phone and doing the computer. It's kind of a multitasking emoji sheet. And then I put that I had lunch. I actually went to the dining hall and did some takeout that day to kind of prep and get some food for the impending storm that weekend, so I could kind of stock up. And then now I have this hurricane. I think that's from Once More with Love. I think that's a munchkin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So just a hurricane munchkin, and I used a lot of those. Then I had a meeting for a new kind of role I'm taking within another department, and so I marked that. And then I marked that I watched The Affair that night. I was kind of binge watching it. I'm still not done with the last season, but I'm trying to get through that. Hopefully like within the next couple of days finish. I think I have like maybe 5 or 6 more episodes, so not too many more to go. But I had watched that series before, and for some reason I kind of just like forgot about it after season 3. And so I wanted to kind of pick it up and finish the series because I think it's only 5 seasons. So I've been watching a lot of that lately. So I'm just looking for like a sleep in script. I could not find one for the life of me. I think I had like one more left, so I did end up finding one single one that I could use. And I'm still looking, and I'm still looking, and I finally did find one. So it's very small and I don't love it. I wish it was a little bit bigger so you could see it a little bit more, but you'll see it's like very tiny, so I wish I had a little bit a bigger one. But anyway, so I'm going back to look for, and I decided to use this green darner design, the Pearl the Penguin and the sleep in script at the bottom because it was kind of a wide one. Then I marked for that second day also that I got extra sleep and I was quite drained from the weekend so far. A lot of hurricane preparation stuff for my work. Then I wrote in that I had a Zoom call with Plannything. I'm part of their Patreon, and so part of my Patreon perks is to get a monthly Zoom session with Amber, and so I put like a happy munchkin. And then I had another hurricane meeting. And I actually like left the Plannything Zoom to go on the hurricane Zoom, and then I came back to the Plannything Zoom, but I didn't want to put it twice. And then I worked to deliver some COVID meals for folks in my community. And so I put that green darner design penguin of the COVID grocery cart shopping because I was delivering them like food for the hurricane. So I thought that that would be a cool one to use. So I'm just picking out some. So I put that down, but then I decided it was too big. But you'll see me kind of put it down and then pick it up and substitute it out. So here I'm just selecting some different boxes, so I did choose to kind of go with a similar look as the last day and just use a lot of those fancy labels or quarter boxes. So I marked, I think next, the planning time one. Oh no, I put that work script down. That's from Glam Planner. And put the another hurricane munchkin down because that's actually the night that the hurricane actually hit us. That was Hurricane Ida that just hit Louisiana. And I put a Pearl the Penguin planning character sticker with a planning time script by Scribble Co. And then I wrote in that Hurricane Ida hit that evening as well. And then I put this one by Sakura Mochi Design Co. It's like a working late or busy working character sticker. So that is my final. Oh, I'm just writing in my meals now. So I hadn't written in my meals for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I wrote those in. And then I also wrote down at the bottom some of the cleaning tasks that I did for the week. And yeah, so that is the final spread. I kind of zoomed out so you could see everything. And I love how it turned out.